Hey everyone, I hope you are having a good weekend so far. Obviously today we didn't have training, but I thought I would still post a video and actually make this video on the power of habit and like consistency. The reason being is because I think one of the main reasons people struggle with training and actually like progressing with their training is because they normally start off really strong, but after like a week or two of consistent training, all of a sudden life gets in the way, things start to happen and they start to kind of just drop off the edge, and then it either don't continue training or like something goes wrong and they just can't be bothered anymore. So I want to actually, you know, try and keep you on the right path, so we can all progress as a group. And yeah, basically I think it's as much about mindset and being in the right frame of mind, building positive habits, and building like a routine and structure, especially in this difficult time of like lockdown, which I think most countries around the world are now in, and just how we stay on track with that and deal with the more like mentality side of things rather than just the physical training itself. With that being said, there are a couple of books like I would strongly suggest you guys read. Number one, The Power of Habit, and that just kind of talks about, you know, how you actually get into habits of doing things and like routine and structure. Number two, The Compound Effect. So again, that's basically about habits but building on the habits and how like habits compounded over time actually equal the result. And then number three, The Slight Edge, which is basically similar to the first two books. So yeah, if you want a book to read, then start with one of those three books, and yeah, they're all really good books. One of the reasons I've started off quite kind of slowly this week with training, not making sessions too long, again, is to do with just actually building that habit into your daily routine. And I think if I start with sessions which are 30 minutes, even an hour long, then some of you guys are gonna start off the first couple of days fine, and then day 3 comes and then that's it, and you can't be bothered anymore because they're too long. So again, it's just with this kind of training, it's building up, letting your body adapt, because some of you guys will not be used to this kind of training, or it's going to be, you know, you're going to be doing slightly different exercises to what you're used to doing, and then we will build up on the exercises, build up on the intensity as we go on over the weeks, and that's the main basis behind starting off obviously fairly easy. I have mentioned in my last couple of posts about potentially doing like beginners and advanced, and again, I would really like to do that. Time is slightly limited at the moment because I have a lot going on, and so I will try my best to do 2 videos if I can, because I think obviously there are people of all varying abilities, and so it is important to try and cater for all the different abilities we have in the group. I also wanted to say, with the lockdown situation, I think it's so important to have some kind of like routine structure. And again, one of the reasons I try and post each day at 10:30 is because, you know, like if you've got a specific time of the day that you're doing a certain activity, that's built into your routine, and if you have that again in the routine, then you're less likely to forget about training or leave training, or you're less likely to forget about the work you had to do if it's at a specific time each day. Again, that's just part of like habit. And one thing with habits, you know, if your habit's stacking, so you've got, say you're training and then you're going on to work block 1, then you're having like a 20-minute break and then you're going on to work block 2, and so, you know, etc., then you will find that you can get into flow state, and it might not be something which is easy right at the beginning. Flow state, if you don't know what that is, it's where you have an activity where it's like challenge meets skill, so it's difficult enough to actually kind of challenge you to want to progress, and it's interesting enough to actually just keep doing it and stay very focused with that task. So I can talk a little bit more about that in another video, but I kind of want to keep this one short and sweet. And yeah, so this week, if you've got like this habit of training, say 10:30 every single day, because that's when the video I'm posting is done, try and build like one other habit into your routine. If your routine's currently like all over the place and you just have no routine, then just try and add in like a daily walk, or try and add in 10 minutes of reading. Build up very slowly, because if you again try and just do everything all at once, then you'll be fine for the first day and then you'll just like taper off straight away. It's really important to build up those habits gradually, and you'll find it becomes easier over time. And yeah, that's certainly what I find. And you want to, you know, optimally you want to be able to get to a state where you can just go pretty much the whole day going through like a work activity, into reading, into meeting a friend. I know we can't obviously do that at the moment, or talking to a friend on Zoom or whatever, into training. So you have like a super productive day where you can optimize basically the activities that you have in the given time. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. One last thing, I am doing Zoom calls, one-on-one Zoom calls with clients now, so if you are interested in like extra support and extra help, then please do drop me a message, and then we can try and sort out a call. It is paid because obviously it does require quite a lot of time and effort for me to do that, but it is really beneficial. Obviously our training is fairly general, so if you want to take your training up a step, then just let me know, drop me a message, and you know, we can work something out. But that is pretty much it. So I look forward to tomorrow's training session, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and yeah, bye guys.